0926 2023. I'm getting more and more like my parents as I get older. You see those TV commercials about it, but I think that's the case. It just kind of happens. So anyway, I'm at home today, and I went and got breakfast in a roll. What I do is I get the 2-for-1 coupons at McDonald's, and I go get a roll over here at Super Saver in the mornings for my breakfast, and then I make a cup of coffee. But right now I'm going to talk to you, and I'm migrating away from my Metroplex Webs domain. I've been working on it now for this is the 6th day. I've been doing it it's going to be quite time intensive to notify the right people where I'm going to be and what my email address is. And it's especially important. So anyway, I had some weird chick the other day that I had friended back in 2020, kept messaging me, why didn't I come visit her in California, why wasn't I calling? And I don't know if she's a drug addict, but she clearly was a sex worker. It's a way to make a living, I guess, and I've known some people, like John's next door neighbor, at Austin Ranch. He did some jerk off site. I guess there's money in it. Anyway, thing is, and used to be, that there was prostitution was everywhere on Craigslist and so on, but with AIDS and COVID and all that, I think people are a lot more cautious. Me, I never practiced careless sex. That was never my way, ever. The few times I did get laid with women when I was younger, it was always safe sex. I said I never wanted VD, period. And I think that's probably because I saw that movie about the experiments down in southern America, southern United States, that they did what was it, the Tallahassee experiments or whatever they were called, where they infected all the black men with sexually communicated diseases so they could study them. But anyway, my itinerary here the rest of the morning is to have my coffee, turn on CNN, and it's interesting how this place is built. There are no cable jacks. We're captive customers on the internet, which there's a wireless internet, which is going to prove to be wholly inadequate because they're expanding the place. It's 500 megabits right now, and that'll never be enough when they start filling up more apartments. And we already have problems with that, as our trash can gets overflowing into the street every week and requires almost daily attention now. I moved here back in May. June 7th, I think, is when my lease started. I ended up spending a fortune in motels because Lisa didn't want me to crash on her couch because she's got a big thing for her granddaughter staying there, which is good that she's in the age of life and takes so much joy with being a grandma. So anyway, my mouth's dry. I need to quit talking. And so I got a whole bunch. Post office loves me. In the post office here, the mail service has been erratic since day one. A couple of nights ago, it didn't get here till after 7:30, which is frustrating. 7:30 p.m. And I think that's just part of the aftermath of fucking Trump. And God forbid if he should even get close to the Oval Office again. He's a dictator. He's a oligarch. He's never done the thing honestly in his life. He made up his physical. He lies. And he's been like that since the early, since he was a kid. And I used to listen to him on Howard Stern in the mornings out of New York City years ago, back in the early 90s. And he was a lying sack of shit then. So do our country a favor. Don't vote for somebody like him who would try to steal your government from you and overturn the election and put us all under martial law. This is not the Soviet Union. So from my take on it, and I had an interesting message from my cousin Dwayne. He's like, I'm so old now that I don't try to convince anybody of anything. You know, he knows that crazy people are going to be crazy people. And I'm still an avid atheist. You know, God didn't, I'm not resentful. I'm not lonely. I'm not angry. I've lived a good life. Had wonderful adopted parents. Had a wonderful education. But all good things must come to an end, which will happen one of these days here. We'll see how long they keep me going, if I make it another 10 years, or I know that my income is going to change drastically in 2027. That'll be less than half of what it is now. So in those days, I'll be in Section 8 housing with the rest of them. But maybe, probably not at the old people's home, but probably Section 8 if I'm still getting around. So anyway, happy holidays to you and yours. Got my mails off to my longtime friend Gary and Key, who's in a Spokane suburb, Spokane, Spokane, Washington. Got my mailing address for my Uncle Jerome and Aunt Nina, who helped me out when I was 18, 17, 16, right in there. And some of my most memorable memories are going to Oregon in the summertime for 4th of July, and in the wintertime for Christmas. And we always used to take the train at Christmas time until 1971, when Union Pacific discontinued service and Amtrak was formed. After 1971, we spent our Christmases there in Ainsworth, Nebraska, and we spent our July 4th usually in Wagoner, Illinois, with Bill Gudgel. He's a kind of shirt-tail relation over in, well, he's part of the Gudgels that came over from Germany, and we used to drive to Illinois, and one of the kids, Lois, is in touch all the time. She's the youngest of the three kids there. And then I still have a relation over in Idaho, and I still talk regularly to Logan's dad. That's about it for right now. I need to, my damn nose runs, because I think living here in the middle of the cornfield, that's bound to happen. Maybe I need to take some allergy medicine again. It's been especially running this morning, and it doesn't seem like I can make it 10 minutes without my nose running. And then, of course, I want me to take water pills because of my cardiac failure. And so any minute now, I'll be peeing my brains out, especially after I have that coffee. So you have a great day. Happy holidays. See you later. Bye-bye.